everyone. This is Shadow Mario 41, and I'm not going to make any rash conclusions here, but if you've ever watched my Mario Superstar Baseball Let's Play, I was kind of doubting Peach's team when I first got started. I mentioned that it was one of the weaker starting teams in my opinion, and then Peach went on this tear and just dominated the entire competition throughout that playthrough. I'm not going to say the same thing's going to happen here, but we are off to one heck of a start as Peach prepares for her match to continue her undefeated run against Luigi here at Crater Field. If you needed any convincing that this game is exciting, non-stop action, look no further than the last video. 3 consecutive sudden death victories as Peach and her undefeated squadron makes her way out to the field, opposed by Luigi and his Hammer brothers. This is why Super Mario Strikers is, again, just a very exciting non-stop game. I like it for a very, very different reason. Now, it's hard to rank the Mario sports games on the GameCube. I've got asked that question several times. Which one is your favorite? It's extremely hard to rank them. I probably have to say Mario Baseball, solely because baseball is my favorite sport. But it's hard to rank them because they're all exciting for different reasons. Like Mario Golf is not as exciting as Super Mario Strikers in the aspect of like non-stop action, but I love the tactical feel of Mario Golf Toadstool Tour and the creative environments and everything. And as I'm busy talking, Princess Peach's team is busy laying down the hammer on Luigi's team with the first goal of the match. That is a perfect pass to Toad over the head of Critter for a goal! Oh, man. Likewise, Mario Power Tennis is really fun, too, but for an entirely different reason than Mario Baseball. It's really hard to explain, but I think all 4 of the Mario sports games on the GameCube, those 4 main ones, Mario Strikers, Power Tennis, Baseball, and Golf Toadstool Tour, are all really exciting. And do I even need to pay attention anymore? Princess Peach putting the hurt on Luigi and the Hammer brothers. Almost the same exact play, too. You'd think they'd be ready for it by now. You'd think they'd have some sort of defense against it, but they can't stop the bleeding. They can only hope to patch it up, but even that is not yet working. In 30 seconds, already 2-0 lead. Wow, phenomenal, phenomenal. Bowser is back once more. Another pass. Oh, that one got deflected somewhere. Toad not ready to receive that one. The field is tilted here. Hammer brother on a 2-on-1 breakaway, but luckily some spike shells there able to stop him in his tracks. Good shot there by Hammer brother, but oh man, perfect pass. But Critter getting in the way of that one. Get your body in front of the ball, man. Oh, that went over the head of Critter. I tried to have Toad position himself in front of the goal in case the ball curved around, but look at that. Good stop by Critter, but Critter can only do so much, I suppose. That Luigi's team showing that they mean business. All right, now I got to get my head in the game. Got to pay attention because I'm getting a little ahead of myself, I think, maybe a little cocky, but we still have a lot of match ahead of us. Man, Hammer brother throwing out the shells there, catching me off guard. I got to spread the field a little bit. My defense is wearing a little thin. I think I'm getting a little bit too much of an offensive mindset. I need to play a little smarter. Aha, got him just in the nick of time there. Thought I'd be able to work the ball up the sideline, but not able to do so. Oh, man, Luigi with a good deke there. Computer players can do that too. That's another thing that computer players can do that I seemingly never do, is deke effectively. No, no. Good header. Get the ball out. Get it out. Okay, whew. Hell, I was just laying on the ground for a while there with no one collecting the ball. Oh, man, Hammer, a little bit of rough housing there. Toad with a good steal back, though. We have only 20 seconds. I just need to preserve the lead, the 2-1 lead. I don't need to get too aggressive and too crazy. Uh-oh, bad turnover down below, though. Oh, no! No, a bad turnover, resulting in an offensive opportunity for Luigi's team. Hammer brother off the deflection. That was a brilliantly placed shot. Oh, boy, now we're tied at 2 with 9.5 seconds to go. Let's see what I can do. Look at this. Looks good, though. This looks good. I think the ball got deflected somewhere. Princess Peach unable to control that pass. Oh, I should have stolen that. Oh, no. No! No! Get the ball out. Get the ball out. Gosh. Oh, no! I saw that coming from a mile away. Oh, man. Getting ahead of myself there. Getting really overconfident, admittedly, with the 2-0 lead. And Luigi saying, shut up, Princess Peach, and scoring 3 consecutive goals, 1 in overtime, to defeat Princess Peach. That's a bummer. But you know what? got to take the highs with the lows, and that was one of my not so good performances. I really kind of fell apart in the second half there, and Luigi's team definitely made me pay. 3-2 victory. Luigi takes over Princess Peach. Look at those match highlights right there. My goodness, that was one heck of a goal. I really like that goal right there. That was like placed right in the top corner of the net. That was absolutely phenomenal. And the highlight of the match, of course, Luigi getting the rebound off of Critter's block. Man, look at the total shots, though. That's how you can tell. I only got 3 shots on goal in that whole match. Luigi got 11 with 5 perfect passes to boot. So I think he deserved that victory. Peach's undefeated run comes to an end. I need to learn to shut my mouth when I'm ahead, but still in first place. It could still be good enough for first place. Remember, it's a sudden death loss, so I still do get 1 point for a sudden death loss, and now I'm tied with Daisy, who I previously defeated. Now we have to go up against the offensive juggernaut in Wario. You know what? I have to say, though, I am pretty upset with that last performance. I was almost a little embarrassed. That's not good to be up 2-0 and then give up 3 consecutive goals in a row, especially one in a sudden death overtime to Luigi. But you know what? It's a new day. It's a new game. Princess Peach hopefully can score early, get a little bit of momentum back, and take down Wario's team. That's right. Start out with your usual taunt. That's fine, and Wario, but he's not going to have any of it. He's going to taunt right back. That's who we'll be using for the Super Bowser Cup, by the way, which I'm excited about. Wario's always a fun captain to use, no matter what, or fun player to use, no matter what the game is. It seems like he's always got his neat little flair to him. But what is this? What is this nonsense? Wario off the deflection. How does Critter not collect that ball? You got to catch that, Critter. You can't just knock that one down. And you see he did a belly slide on the steel flooring here. Not the smartest idea, but hey, I guess whatever. He's still 1-0 in the end. Perfect pass to Toad. Hammer Brother caught looking, but nothing on that shot. That was a good shot, too. Knock him over there. Man, a lot of bombs going off. The ball slowly, harmlessly rolls back to Critter on that side. Good steal by Toad. Pass to other Toad. Shot, one-timer off the deflection. Another deflection. No, knocked down by Hammer Brother. And the ball goes back out to Wario at about midfield. Hammer Brother was preparing for a header, but can't let him have any of that. Here come the items. I knew they were coming. Oh, man, good steal, and a perfect pass. Oh, jeez. That was a really good play. That was a really good play. Hammer Brother showing me up with the steal and the quick perfect pass, threading the needle again between the down Toad and the traveling red shell. Look at that. Not much space to work with. That's all he needs. Wario with almost a blind shot. I don't know how he made that. That is ridiculous. He's got to make some separation. Let's make a play. Just as I was about to go in for a super strike. Oh, that better go in. Frozen by the blue shells there. Get the ball out. Come on, hit the ball out of there. No. Good. Critter even getting the ball away. To say enough is enough. It is time to stop the bleeding here. Good. Toad getting in the way of that shot. Princess Peach on a bit of a breakaway, but unable to get the pass off in time before the spiked shells get in the way of that there. Oh, man, this is intense. I don't like this. I don't like this. My odds are not looking so good here. I almost kind of need to set up for a super strike, but I will take this perfect pass opportunity. All right, you know what? That takes some of the pressure off. Toad not going down without a fight. A goal late in the game, a minute 18 in. Goal number 1 for Peach's sidekicks. Look at that. Into the back, right on the side there. That's all I need to do. It's now 2-1. It's now 2-1, and a good steal by Toad could set up another scoring opportunity, and it does! Princess Peach not going down without a fight, ties up the game, 2-2. But now Hammer Brother still very much in this game. Now it's anybody's game. I thought my chances were pretty bleak. They probably were. But now it's anybody's game. And look at this. Princess Peach could do it with a super strike. I don't know if that's going to be good enough to go in, but no, it's blocked away by Critter. That would have been crazy. Super strike right there. Come on. No. This has gotten to be a very offensive and aggressive game. Oh boy, I don't know if that's good enough to make it. Wario with a super strike of his own. But no, Critter stunned. Oh, goodness. I thought he just straight out blocked that, but no, he actually stunned. Oh, but this could be it. A header from Toad, only 6 seconds off the inside of the post and finds its way into the net. Toad with a spinning celebration right there. Look at the red shells to knock down the opponent. and a header right off the post there and into the net. Wow. Wow, look at such form, such grace as Toad goes up for that header. Perfectly level with the ground, and it is now 3-2. Princess Peach with the comeback of the century, but the game's not over. Hammer Brother with an opportunity, and that was a little bit scary at the end there. But Princess Peach still securing the 3-2 victory. Wow, that was good. I needed that because now I feel re-energized. I feel ready to take on the next match. If I lost that match again, especially in a close game like that, like if Hammer Brother put it into the back of the net right at the end and then maybe lost in sudden death, I would have been kind of demoralized. But let's see the match highlight number 2. Oh yeah, Princess Peach's goal right there. That was within seconds of another face-off at midfield. Absolutely phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal there. And what is the highlight of the match? Oh, of course, it has to be the red shells and the header by Toad to score the goal there. That was, again, another very evenly matched game. 9 shots from each side, 2 steals to 3 steals, 1 super strike each, 4 perfect passes to 2. Look at the total hits. Princess Peach laying down the hurt, 11 hits. I tend to do that a lot. It's always a good strategy, but it is often better to get a steal using a slide tackle if you can do that, rather than just checking the opponent. Usually that results in a bit of a delay, but here we go. Talk about another rivalry here. Princess Peach versus Mario now. Let's put the hurt on Mario. Let's show him that Princess Peach is not just the simple damsel in distress that everyone thinks she is. When she gets on the soccer field, she can play with the big boys, as you just saw against Wario. Oh man, this game is so much fun. I have to say, I get so into this game, like especially in the heat of the match and when I'm talking and things are going on and it can get chaotic, you just get so focused, almost like you get tunnel vision on this game. It's just so much fun, and it's not like some other games where the more you play, you ended up getting, and sometimes in a video game when you get to a really tough part of a game, you play the same part over and over and over and over, and then eventually you get worse at it. You get like a little further, and then you start to get frustrated and impatient, and then it seems like you almost get worse at it. Well, that actually doesn't happen in Mario Strikers. Sometimes you feel a little cheated, like this right here. Thank God. What a block by Critter. But for the most part, it seems like every win and loss that you get, you almost deserve in a way. You can look at certain factors of the match that contributed to the win and to the loss. And speaking of factors that contribute to a win, Toad with a goal! The first goal of the match right there. Mario is off to a strong start, but all it takes is one perfect pass right in front of the keeper there, and Toad with a sideways kick puts it in the back of the net for a goal. That's fantastic. That's fantastic. Just 18 seconds into the match. Oh man, Koopa Troopa though responding quickly, taking very little time to get back into the game. Look at this. With a curved shot, not much room to work with, and that trajectory is exactly what he needed to score there. Oh man, trying to get that ball away. Look at that. I'm deep. I can't do that. I can't do that. I'm not good at that. And again, I don't know if it's a computer thing or just me as a player. Bowser's here. I didn't know what to do with that ball, so I just held it. That shell is going dangerously slow. Everybody's knocked down. Princess Peach. Oh, the ball just stopped before the goal line. Almost rolled right across. But no, all right, good. Totally able to corral that one. Passes to Toad, passes to Peach. Quick shot, but nothing doing. Toad again collects it off the rebound. No, Mario's there in time to get that ball back, but passes right to my Toad character. Great. Let's use the shells to knock them all down. Oh, that was not a good use of should have waited. No! Okay, I don't think that's good enough to be a goal at all. In fact, I think Critter should be more than able to handle that one. Pass, work the ball a little bit around here, spread the field a little bit, needs to get it to Peach, but Koopa able to take it away there. Man, this is crazy. There we go. Another thing I have to say about this game, too, that I'm not the biggest fan of is, like I said, I really like this game a lot, but one area where Mario Strikers charge, oh no, good defense by Toad. That's how you step up. One thing this game does not so well that Mario Strikers really expands upon is the fact that the side kicks are not really all that different in this game Now in that game, it almost goes a little too far. Oh no, with just 10 seconds left, Mario boots it into the back of the net just with those little lob kicks. Another thing I can't do. They almost do it a little too much in Mario Strikers Charge, where they have some sidekick abilities that make them different. But I think in that game, you almost get to the point where certain abilities are just head and shoulders above others, which is kind of stinks. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get the ball back in time. No, Mario able to come out with a 2-1 victory there. Man, that was close. And with the last 10 seconds, too, Mario put it into the back of the net. All right, Mario. You can celebrate your 1 victory. Only 2 match highlights this time. Match highlight number 2, a goal right there. And the highlight of the match, oh yeah, absolutely. Mario with a quick rebound there, putting it into the back. That's another thing I just am not good at. Getting those quick rebounds and hitting those lob shots like that, it's harder than it looks, believe me. Because you have to use a lob shot by holding down L and pressing A to shoot, or B. I forget which one. No, B. But when you do that, when you press L normally and then B, it does a lob shot, and a lob shot's nowhere near as effective. It's so situational. It's nowhere near as effective as just a normal, regular old shot as Peach slips down to second place now behind Luigi. This could be a must-win here, Peach versus DK. But yeah, it's so hard to recognize on the fly when the situation calls for a lob shot. Like I said, it's so situational. So it's not easy to do. It looks easy. The computers do it all the time. It always fools me. They always score on that, and it's just something that I'm not. But DK now wants a piece of Princess Peach. And this is the last match that we have to do. Not only the last match of this video, but I think this is the last opponent that we actually have to face before we start facing the same opponents over again for a second round. So now it's Peach versus DK. I just noticed too, Peach's bulbous blue earrings. They're like, you think those would weigh you down a little bit. They look kind of heavy. I don't know. I'm not really one when it comes to jewelry and fashion and accessories and all that, but I don't know if I'd wear big, giant blue earrings when I'm playing a game of intense soccer. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. All right, that ball's going to roll all the way down to Critter. Like I said, maybe a perhaps must-win here for Princess Peach. Can I get a perfect pass? I can't. Splitting all the defenders. Oh, but off the face of Toad. Good defense there by Toad. I wanted to control the other Toad, but it wouldn't let me get the pass out. As long as I can get the pass to that Toad, I'm going to do, well, nothing is what I'm going to do. Oh, man, everyone frozen here. Not much I can do, but, wow, I think I got that just in the nick of time. Able to stop that. Look at this. I can set up for a super strike here. Can I make it? That's going to be close. This is going to be close. And it's in! A 2-point super strike shot from Princess Peach. Look at that, lighting up the sky with that pink aura as she nails the ball past Critter, and that's going to count for 2. Ladies and gentlemen, a 2-0 lead for Princess Peach. Good steal, too, by Toad. I'm going to back off and let Toad get that one and just, play a little bit defensive here. I can give up a goal, and it's still okay. Not to say that I'm going to just stop, but no, there's no way. There's no way. Did you see Critter as DK went up to punch that ball into the back of the net? Watch Critter. He's like, oh, please, God, no. Oh, please. He's like putting his hands over his head. He's like, don't hurt me. Don't kill me. Oh, I thought that was really funny. That's what it seemed like anyway. He was not having any of that. All right, remember that whole defensive play strategy I tossed out? Yeah, it's time to change that real quick. Trying to change that real quick. Pass to Peach. Shot. Deflection. Nothing on the deflection. Quick shot by Donkey Kong, but really far away. Probably not going in, and it did not. Oh man, missed the ball. I used the item, but forgot the ball. That's gonna roll all the way to Critter. I probably shouldn't have put that hit on Toad. Gotta take that steal. Gotta get that steal. Giant bananas. Those are DK's giant bananas, making their way onto the pitch to disrupt things here. Princess Peach able to collect the ball. You know what? I'm gonna dribble it back around to the keeper, and let's run a little bit of time off the clock if possible. Those items not making it easy though. Watch out for the shells. Watch out for shells. Just gonna boot the ball out as far as I can. There we go. Get the ball rolling all the way down here. Make a good steal. Oh, man, Bob-omb's knocking everyone down though. DK all alone, but good. Toad putting the hurt on the giant ape. Gonna go for a last offensive opportunity here. Can we score with 3.9 left? No, but it is gonna take valuable time off the clock. Just keep everybody away, and that's all it takes is one super strike from Princess Peach to defeat Donkey Kong in today's match. Sometimes that's all it takes is one golden opportunity, and I'm glad I didn't let it pass me by. I didn't match it up perfectly, but it was good enough it was good enough for a W. Sometimes that's what you got to do in sports. When you play, sometimes you don't have the best game. Sometimes you make a few mental mistakes. Sometimes, a player or two doesn't really step up to the plate. But in the end of the day, a W is a W. A win is a win, and you got to take that and celebrate. Look at this goal from Princess Peach. The crowd's going wild back there, all mesmerized by that shot. Donkey Kong already had his back turned to the net. He already knew that ball was going in. Oh, God, that DK punch. I don't want to see that again. Oh, man, if it hits anything like it does in Super Smash Brothers, then you know that is a forceful strike. But 2-1, Princess Peach shutting down Donkey Kong's team. Although that was otherwise, other than the super strike, that was a pretty even performance there. But again, like I said, a W is a W. Princess Peach going 2-2 on the day, which isn't the best, but I guess it could have been a lot worse. It's good enough for first place for now. But she's tied with Daisy, Luigi's right behind, and even Mario is in the hunt. So we got to be very careful about how we handle things going forward. Next video, it's Peach versus Waluigi again, going back to the first opponent, round robin style. So this is Shadow Mario 41. Oh man, I gotta slow down, I gotta focus, because look at that. 3 wins to start, a sudden death loss, a win, a loss, and a win. So just like last time, let's try to build off that win and get a few wins in a row here. Get ourselves a little bit of a cushion. I don't like this tied for first business. It makes me a little nervous, but this is Shadow Mario 41. I'll see you guys next time for more Super Mario Strikers.